Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with a National Scrapbooking Day video and Hannah Lemieux on my Facebook group organized this. So thank you Hannah for doing that. There's a whole bunch of us that are doing a YouTube hop today. So I'll have a link to this description in the description of all who participated. So make sure that you go and check everybody out. Now, I have to say, I kind of cheated a little bit. We're supposed to do a layout about our favorite things, and it's based on the Song of Sound of Music. And I have a little confession to make, and there's probably I'm probably very in the low amount of people that have never watched that movie. I've never watched that movie. I don't like musicals. So knowing that it's a musical, and I hear it's awesome, but knowing that I don't like musicals, it doesn't make me want to sit down and watch it, if you know what I mean. So what I decided to do was just to do stuff about my favorite things. And one of my favorite person, celebrity, I guess, in scrapbooking is Shamel. I love her. And I can tell you the year of sabbatical that she took for her baby. I mean, I'm so happy that, she took her sabbatical for her baby and had lots of time to spend with him. And he's so stinking adorable. I don't blame her. But when I saw videos going up on her channel again, I was so excited. And my biggest thing when Two Peas in a Bucket closed was like, no, Glitter Girl is going to be gone. I was so upset. So what better way to show what is one of my favorite celebrity, I guess, in scrapbooking, Shamel, is to use all her things. So today I'm using her first collection. And so I'm using everything from her first collection. I kind of put it together back in February because I wanted to do layouts with a collection that you love, because it was February, the month of love, yada, yada, yada. And that was the month that I was really sick and not feeling good. So I didn't do much scrapbooking. So I didn't even touch it. So I was like, yes, I still have that whole collection together because I still plan on scrapping with it a lot. So I just took it out and started going. So the only thing that's not from her collection is I'm going to put some enamel dots, and I'm using a stencil and a few paints. Now, on to a few other things that I love is to add some paint or some inks or some watercolors. And what I did was I put some clear gesso on the background. And I know clear, it's not like white, but what it did to this pattern paper was really cool. It really made a lot of shading in some areas and lighter in the other areas. It looks wet right now. It is not wet. That is what it did to the pattern paper. And what gesso does, it puts a barrier between your paper and whatever wet media you're going to put on. So it makes it so that it doesn't, one, it's the truer color because it doesn't get absorbed into the paper, and two, it doesn't wet your pattern paper or your paper that's there and gets it all really warpy and stuff. So it still warps a little bit, but not as bad. So what I did, I took two paint dabbers, one in the cracked pistachio, and the other one was the evergreen bow, two of my favorite colors. And I put it on some packaging, and I'm just spreading it on the layout. And now I'm drying it, and you keep seeing the light flickering. It's because it keeps blowing breakers. It's driving me bonkers. But anyway, and I'm kind of bringing in some pattern papers, and I cut out the 4x6 sheet and the 3x4 sheet, and I'm going to end up changing that anyway. And this is a new stencil that I just got in, and today is, like I said, National Scrapbooking Day, so this will go up. I've already put up 2 process videos, so if you haven't seen them, go check them out. I'm also going to put, today, I'm going to put one of my hauls, and I'm going to mention that stencil right there in that haul, so go check that out. It's for all new, awesome products. And I'm also going to put up a tool review, and I believe today it's going to be the photo sleeve fuse, and then tomorrow I'm going to do the Misty, and maybe a third one if I have time to do it. You know, my brain has a lot of ideas of what to do, but my body can't keep up with the brain. And this week I worked all week from Monday to Thursday, so I did as much as I could last weekend, and I have a lot of stuff uploaded to YouTube, but I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. I wanted to be able to put up a video every 2 hours from Friday till Sunday night, but yesterday, by the time I got up from after my night shift, and then we went to see my nephew play volleyball, and by the time we got home, it was 10:30 at night. It was like, oh, I'm so tired. I just went to bed. I didn't do anything. And then this morning we got up first thing in the morning. We went to see him play his other game that he had. And then my son wanted some stuff at Michael's. Yes, my son, not me. I did buy one thing, but it was mostly for him. He wanted some sketchbooks, so we got him some sketchbooks and stuff. And then by the time we get home, it was noon. And then this layout still wasn't done. So I had to get my little button gear and get that done. So now what I'm doing is I printed that picture on my Canon selfie to that size. And then I mounted it on a whole bunch of 6x6 pattern paper. And those are Chamel's papers too, just in the smaller size. So I got the 12x12, and I also got the 6x6. So some of my other favorite things is 6x6 paper pads. I have a ton of them, and I just love them. They're just so useful for things like this. For layering, I don't like cutting into a 12x12 sheet for layering. So I love the 6x6 for that. I love the 6x6 for punching things out because it's a smaller pattern, and you get more of the pattern in your punch that you can see in your punch. I love ink. It was so hard. I was like, my favorite things, man, that's the problem, I think, is I love everything. I see something new and I'm like, ooh, I love that. I gotta have that. Oh, I love that. That's so awesome. I want that. I just love everything scrapbooking. I've been scrapbooking for 16 years, and instead of, getting bored with it, I absolutely love it. Now, another thing, it said also to scrapbook a favorite thing too, like something that you love. And I just love the things that little guy comes up with. He's only 2 years old, but that kid acts like he's, I don't know, 5 or 6. Like, he's just so mature. It's so funny. So he loves his Aunt Katie, like loves her with a passion. So anyways, one day she knew that he was here, so she's like, oh, I'm coming over. So she walked in the door, and he just doesn't love Katie. He loves Pat. And for 2 years old, he knows who belongs to who, okay? So she walks in the door, and he says, where's Pat? And Katie says, oh, Pat didn't come. Pat stayed home. Pat home? Yeah. 2 minutes later, where's Pat? Pat coming? No, Pat's not coming today. It's just Katie. Anyway, he kept saying that over and over again. So Katie started getting a complex that, maybe he likes Pat more than he likes her. So then for some reason, she flicked on her, I think it's because she wanted to show her boyfriend. Anyway, she put on her recorder on her iPhone, and So she was going, so Mason, who do you like more, Katie or Pat? So he looks at her with this really pensive look on his face. And he was like, who Mason likes more? And she goes, yeah, who do you like more? Do you like Katie better or do you like Pat? And she was kind of changing her voice for the names. And he said it again, who Mason likes better? And she says, yes, who do you like more? Do you like Katie or Pat? And he says, apple juice. And we lost it. We just laughed so hard. And of course, I said, good answer, buddy. He's like, you're not going to make me choose. I'm going to say apple juice. So anyway, she has that on video, and talk about hilarious. So anyway, I totally, and that same day she took a picture of herself and Mason, and she went upstairs to be with Josh, and Mason says, lay down on the bed, and then he says, take a picture. We're talking 2 years old, man. You know, they know all about technology. Today at the volleyball game, I mean, he's just flicking through my phone, looking at the pictures. He knows what to do. He was playing, what do you call that? Angry Birds, Rio, on my phone, and he knew how to flick those birds back and forth. And I'm like, these kids today, they are so technology based. It's unreal. But anyway, so I wanted to document that as, some of these favorite moments that kids, give us to remember. It's pretty sweet. Now, if this is your first time here and you've never heard of my Facebook group, it's a Scrappy Facebook group. So look down in the link below, and I'm checking it periodically this weekend and making sure that I, add people. And people are uploading layouts like crazy. There's a ton of scrapping going on this weekend. That's awesome. And it's amazing. I kind of wish that I had like kind of a weekend away or a day to go to, but that's okay. I'm getting a bit of scrapbooking done. Not too much, not as much as I wanted to, but I might get another layout or two done today. You can see the stamp on my hand there. It's because we had just gotten back from the volleyball competition. Tournament, competition. I don't know, tournament, I think. Anyway, the volleyball thing for my nephew. And so now I'm adding some rub-ons. I love rub-ons. And I know some people had really difficult time with the Chamel rub-ons. Mine came off perfectly, and I was so happy. I added gold in a couple of spots because there was gold in some of the embellishments, so I wanted to bring the gold in different place. Now what I did was I concentrated my whole layout to that center of the page, and the bottom and the top of the layout is completely blank space. So I just wanted that look. I didn't want it, to look really cluttered. I wanted to look really open, and I wanted those colors to really shine through, and that modeling paste too, that light modeling paste. I wanted that too. I thought for a bit to put something to the top left corner because that's just something that I like doing, either the top left or top right. And then I thought, no, I didn't really have anything that was small enough. I just wanted a little something up there, and I didn't want to go outside of the Chamel line except for the dots. And I'm wondering if she didn't have dots and I just didn't buy them. That's very possible. Because I stopped buying dots because I had made a whole bunch of my own with the perler beads, which then I decided that I was going to try and use up the ones that I have first, and I'm still trying to use those up. And that's it. That's going to wrap up this layout for the National Scrapbooking Day. By the way, this layout took me 1 hour to complete, pretty quick layout. And I hope you're having a fun time scrapping today, and be looking on my channel today for tons of videos. So thanks for watching. Bye.